All right. Welcome everyone to our Monday Memorial Day green cleaning webinar. I'm Liza, one of your oily support people, and I have to be honest, if I had remembered that there was going to be such a big holiday today, I might have scheduled this on another day. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it as more people join us. But I really am so grateful, as always, for those of you that made the time. And if you're catching the recording, thanks for following along or catching the replay. I had a little bit of a struggle with this particular webinar because there's so much information out there. And so today I just wanted to focus really on some of the harmful chemicals that we find in our most common cleaners, and then ways that we can replace them with more natural solutions and choices. So, and then at the end, I've gone ahead and given you a bunch of resources that are out there and so forth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. So I'm going to play. Oh, I need to share my screen with you guys. Sorry. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. So today we are going to tackle the topic of green cleaning. And so unlike food, our cleaning products aren't required to list all of their ingredients. And so this makes it a little bit harder for us to make strong choices when it comes, or I shouldn't say strong, informed choices when it comes to cleaning. When we are, inundated with choices for cleaning products in our local Walmart and Target, most of them are a virtual chemical of cocktails. Cocktail of chemicals, virtually a cocktail of chemicals. And so a lot of times, even things that are labeled natural or that we think are helping us make stronger choices are actually still really chemical ridden as well. So we keep using them though because they work. They do work to fight bacteria, and they add clean smells and scents to our home and laundry. But all of you are here with us today, and I know that this is a big switch that I'm trying to make in my house. I'm about halfway there with switching out my traditional toxic cleaners to my non-toxic cleaners. And it's hard because this is, the way that we were raised, and everybody loves a good bleached bathtub, but your lungs certainly don't, and your body certainly doesn't. So today we're going to just talk about some of the alternatives that we can choose for ourselves when making choices about our cleaning products. And so natural solutions can actually clean more effectively. They can cost a lot less, believe it or not. They help our families to be healthier. And so through this presentation, we're just going to look at some of the worst toxic offenders found in household cleaning products and offer ways to swap them out for healthier, safer options. If you have any questions, please go ahead and feel free to put them in the chat. I want to give a disclaimer up front that there are going to be some scientific words that I am not even going to attempt to pronounce, and we'll just call them chemical or something of the like. So, all right. So I'm excited to get started with you guys with this today. All right. So some of the common sort of offenders we find are these chemicals that are found in air fresheners, dish soap, and even toilet paper, believe it or not. And companies often don't disclose what's in their scent, so you won't find this ingredient on the label. However, if you see the word fragrance, there's a good chance that these are present. And they're known to be endocrine disruptors. And this has affected men historically with reduced sperm count. And although exposure to these mainly occurs through inhalation, it also happens that we absorb everything that we put on our skin. So if we're washing those dishes, everything that's coming in Okay, hold on. Let's have a chat real quick. I'm going to stop toilet paper. Well, yes, toilet paper too. So everything that we put on our skin or touches our skin gets into our bodies. And skin, unlike our digestive systems, don't really have any safeguards to protect us. So some common, oopsie, I went back a slide. I went too far. So when we're talking about using these for air fresheners and so forth, and even dish soap, we can make a stronger choice with air fresheners by diffusing essential oils. So we know that they help to purify the air, they maintain open airways, they help us combat seasonal threats, they positively impact our mood. We know that they can help us to boost our immune systems. And so what we really want to do is we want to skip the plugins, we want to skip the aerosols, we definitely want to skip all of those like scentsy candles that you're burning and putting all of those toxins into the air. And you want to find different ways to and those of you that are using your essential oils, I hope that you have diffusers, because it really is one of the easiest ways for us to use our essential oils. So this is a good alternative. Next is this chemical that's also known as Perc, and it's found in a lot of dry cleaning solutions, spot removers, carpet, and upholstery cleaners. And so according to the chief scientist of the EPA, it is a neurotoxin. And so the EPA classifies this as a possible carcinogen. So people who live in residential buildings where dry cleaners are located above have reported a lot of serious side effects like dizziness, loss of coordination, and other symptoms. While the EPA has ordered to phase out all of these Perc machines in residentials by 2020, California is going even further and plans to eliminate all the uses of these by 2023. Because of its suspected health risks. So again, you know, a lot of things that we use in our households, I know I have probably right now under my sink still a carpet, like a carpet stain remover. So instead, we can use other options such as this recipe for a carpet cleaner with Castile soap, white vinegar, water, and 3 drops of your favorite essential oil. Now, I do want to give a disclaimer that because these natural cleaners, they don't have as harsh, strong chemicals as the things that we buy in the store. And so we have to do a little bit more maintenance in order to upkeep. And so it's really important that if you do have carpet, there's a great baking soda recipe that was part of the doTERRA Cleans Green Challenge this last week, where you want to use that more often on your carpets. If you're using natural solutions, there probably is a little bit more upkeep, because it's not like you can just take a bunch of, you know, like carpet cleaners and, you know, do that every 6 months to a year. You're going to want to do a little bit more maintenance. But here you can combine all these ingredients in a spray bottle. You can spray cleaner on a stain and then blot with clean damp cloth as an alternative to and really I always feel like when I use those carpet spot treatments, I'm just like rubbing the stain in more than anything. So you always want to find the way to pull the stain or the liquid or whatever has gotten in there up versus like rubbing it in. Here's another one. I'm so deathly afraid. I tried to Google these and say like pronounce these words, but then I feel like it's never very good either. But Triclosan, I'm guessing, is found in most liquid dishwashing detergents and hand soaps. And these are labeled antibacterial. And I think what's really interesting is that for a long time, antibacterial was the way to go. I mean, think about Bath and Body Works. How many of those antibacterial, you know, hand sanitizers have you got? I just got one in the mail the other day, and I'm like, into the trash, because we know that this is an aggressive antibacterial agent, and this actually can promote the growth of drug-resistant bacteria. So the American Medical Association has found no evidence that these antimicrobial make us healthier or safer. They're particularly now concerned actually over the overuse of antibacterial products and chemicals, because that's how microbes develop resistance. So in addition, the EPA is currently investigating whether Triclosan has negative effects on thyroid hormones as well. So I do not allow my kids to use hand sanitizer. I don't personally use it in my classroom unless a parent is insistent, and then their child can keep it in their desk. I don't use antibacterial hand soap. I use the OnGuard hand soap. And I have to say, I mean, I haven't personally got sick all year. If anything, I take more mental health days. I say this, and I feel like my classroom is a really overall healthy environment. So here's an alternative to a common product that we use that has a lot of this, which is liquid dish soap. And I'm gonna like legit say that right now I'm at the very end of my liquid like Dawn dish soap at home, and I'm gonna switch over to this recipe. There's tons of recipes out there. I'll talk more about this, so definitely find what works for you. But I'm gonna just use an OnGuard, an old bottle that had dish soap in it, and reuse that. But here are some ingredients that can help replace your liquid dish soap. And my husband is the one who does a lot more dishes than I am, so I definitely have to find something that's going to keep him happy, but he is willing to give it a shot. So opt for making your own products when you can. Castile soap is actually really cheap. I think Costco at one point had the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap there, and you can opt also for the doTERRA hands, or the sanitizing mist, as an alternative to antibacterial hand sanitizer. And I also just make my own hand sanitizer with OnGuard and lemon and water, and a little bit of witch hazel. So that's also an alternative that you can have. So next, we're going to talk about ammonium compounds, and these are found in fabric softener liquids and sheets. I actually have not used fabric softener sheets in a really long time. An alternative that I use is wool dryer balls, and they help to absorb the moisture. I can put some essential oils on there that I love, and they also help to be more energy efficient and to reduce the static in the dryer. So this compound, or otherwise known as quartz, is a known skin irritant, and it also could be a culprit of a lot of respiratory disorders. So one 10-year study of contact dermatitis found that quartz to be one of its main leading causes. And we all know that in today's day and age, we just need to reduce the amount of toxic load that we take at all costs, because we're inundated really with toxicity everywhere in what we eat and what we breathe. And so the little changes that we can do at home to help kind of cut down on what we're exposed to and help reduce our toxic load, it all makes a difference. So I'm really happy. I've never really used liquid fabric softener, but I know that I don't really use dryer sheets anymore. So, and I've seen all kinds of alternatives too. There's one where you cut up sponges and you just soak the sponges in like lavender, and then you throw those in the dryer. I've seen a whole bunch of different recipes that can take place of liquid softener and sheets. So here is one. If you wanted to make your own fabric softener, here is a alternative. And here's the thing is that vinegar works just as well as fabric softener. It's a natural fabric softener of choice for many reasons, and not only because it's non-toxic, but it also helps to remove soap residue in the rinse cycle and helps to prevent static cling in the dryer. I actually just learned this preparing for this webinar, so I'm really excited to start throwing just keeping some vinegar in my garage next to my washing machine and throwing this in, because I already use the OnGuard laundry detergent, but I do sometimes drop in some Purify. So this recommends peppermint, but really you can use any type of essential oil that you want. I probably would opt for Purify, OnGuard, or like wild orange. And so this is a nice alternative to fabric softener. And then, like I said, for my in my dryer, I use wool dryer balls, and you can get those off of Amazon or Share Oils. And I've had a set of 3 now for a few years, and they work really great. All right, so another chemical that we find, this is a really, probably one of the most common ones that we find, because I'm sure everybody, just like me, has some sort of window cleaner, kitchen cleaner, multi-purpose cleaner in their household. And it belongs to this a category of powerful solvents, and a law does not require that this particular ingredient is listed on a product's label. But according to the EPA's website, in addition to causing sore throats when inhaled at high level, the ethers can contribute to narcosis, pulmonary edema, and severe liver and kidney damage. Although the EPA sets a standard for workplace safety, if you're cleaning at home in a really confined area, like an unventilated bathroom, you can actually end up getting this chemical in the air at levels that are higher than that of workplace safety standards. And I don't know about you guys, but now that I've been using essential oils and more often, I am so much more sensitive to cleaning smells. So in my classroom, they're still using these types of cleaning products. And if I walk in and they've mopped, I feel immediately nauseous. I do have a cleaning lady, and she's actually on our oily team, and I've talked to her about trying to switch over to more natural cleaners, and she's totally willing. I just have to really get my act together. I don't use any more Windex or anything, but I know she still uses some of this stuff in the bathtubs. And I know that before I had a cleaning person, I couldn't even be in the house if we sprayed our tub with anything of this, because it just saturated. Even though we have a window in our bathroom, it just permeated the air, and it just made me feel so sick and nauseous. So I really, really want to avoid using these. And there was this huge study recently that was published out of Europe that compared someone who cleans for a living, so they're obviously exposed much more than the average person, to smoking, to inhaling all of these toxic chemicals. They likened it to smoking, I think it was like 20 packs of cigarettes a day. So even if you're a mom that just cleans her house, and listen, I get that I'm not going to get everybody off the bleach train, and I probably still have a bottle of bleach somewhere in my house. So, I think it's all about just making small changes that we can, but the reality is that we're putting ourselves and our families at, like, knowingly at risk for inhaling and being exposed to all of these toxic chemicals. So, I know that one small change that I've made that I absolutely love is this all-purpose cleaner. Again, there's so many different takes on this. This one has white vinegar, water, and lemon. I use OnGuard too, but I literally use this to clean every surface in my household. So everything is wiped out with this: the tables, the counters, the toilets, the sink area. I don't use any harsh chemicals there. And what I love the best is that my kids, I actually just posted last weekend of them each with a bottle of this all-purpose cleaner spraying down the countertops in our home. And it just makes me feel really good that I don't have to worry about them. Like, I don't like them touching those antibacterial, like those Clorox wipes and stuff. I don't even have those in my house anymore. I've completely gotten rid of those, and I only use this all-purpose cleaner. I actually, I'm going to share about the OnGuard cleaner concentrate, but that's a great alternative and super potent. You only need like 1 tablespoon to, like, I don't even know, 8 to 16 ounces of water or something. But lots of different ways to make this all-purpose cleaner, but it's really my number one go-to. And that one simple change, I don't have to. I just reuse rags. I bought like a pack of rags from Walmart for like $1.50, washcloths of like 10. And I just throw those in the wash, and that's what the kids and I use to clean, and my husband. So this is, if you're going to take a first step, this is the first step I would highly, highly encourage you to do. So another chemical that we find is sodium hydroxide, and it's found in oven cleaners and drain openers. And so again, some of the health risks, it's really extremely corrosive and can cause severe burns when used inappropriately. Research confirms that Easy Off Oven Cleaner and Mr. Muscle Oven and Grill Cleaner, for example, contain poisons that can cause difficulty breathing due to the fumes as well as swelling in the throat. So again, you know, if it can cause that kind of damage to you just by getting on your skin, I mean, obviously that's what's helping take off, you know, everything in your oven, but you just want to be cautious. And green cleaning does require a little more of elbow grease, I would say, and a little bit more maintenance, but the long-term benefits are definitely there. I know that I love like those stainless steel scour pads, really help to get off real hard grit and grime. So here's an alternative for a safe natural oven cleaner. Again, using Castile soap, baking soda, vinegar, some wild orange. Those essential oils typically are very like, you, if you didn't have wild orange, you could use lemon, you could use grapefruit. And then you would combine these together, adding water to form sort of like a paste, and you're going to brush it onto your oven and then let it sit and then wipe clean. And again, you might need like, you know, a heavy duty sponge with some scouring on the back, but you know, you wouldn't have to be as concerned with, you know, you don't have to be concerned about protecting your skin from these harsh chemicals. So all right, so I had mentioned this before, but our OnGuard cleaner concentrate is amazing. I used to make a lot of my own cleaning products, basically the all-purpose cleaner, but I've started to buy this, and look, it actually says 24 ounces of water for the multi-purpose cleaner. And for bathrooms, you would just up that concentration a little bit. For dishes, so this is also an alternative to liquid dish soap. And for tough jobs, you can apply that concentrate directly on the designated area and kind of let it soak in. So this is 10% off in the month of May, and definitely one of my favorite products. I had a bottle of this in my classroom, and it's lasted me pretty much all year, and I just packed it up, and I still had like a quarter of the bottle left. So really super awesome alternative. So if you're concerned, you know, green cleaning has so many benefits. It improves the air quality for us indoors. It lowers the health risks that are posed to us by traditional cleaning products. It's been proven that using green products for cleaning can reduce a lot of health issues such as eye, respiratory, skin burns, irritation, allergies, headaches, chemical poisoning, nausea, reproductive hazards, and more. If you're concerned with money saving, then actually green products are the best answer. Compared to other cleaning products, green products often cost a lot less. You can buy baking soda and vinegar, which are two of the, you know, and Castile soap even at, you know, Costco in bulk. And the amount that you use is far, far less. I mean, the amount that you use is so little, and, you know, little goes a long way, so it lasts you a long time. You know, many of you still might be asking, why should people start buying green products? And the answer really is simple. If you start with essential oils, chances are that you're trying to make more natural, healthy alternatives for your family. And I think that green cleaning is a part of that. You know, it's interesting, even myself, because I got started with oils to protect my family from all of the like toxins that are out there and to reduce our toxic load for healthcare purposes. But even 5 years later, I'm still really trying to find my way through the green cleaning. And you know, I still use Swiffer. And I just researched some recipes where people use paper towels, or they buy like washable Swiffer pads, or they use the dry Swiffer pads and they just use their own cleaner. So I'm slowly but surely making my way into this. I still need to make my own bathroom cleaners and like pastes and so forth, but I feel like I'm halfway there, and it feels really good to know that I'm, slowly but surely making better choices for my family. So okay, I think I have one more slide here. So here are some resources. First of all, Google. If you put in doTERRA cleaning, green cleaning, if you click on images, doTERRA just got done doing a 7-day doTERRA Cleans Green challenge that gave recipes for kitchen, bathroom, car, closet. I mean, the whole gamut. And then if you Google this, you'll come up. The doTERRA blog over the years has featured lots of articles on green cleaning. There's also this green cleaning ebook that I've attached here, and I've posted in our Facebook group. So there really is a plethora of resources out there for green cleaning, and I'm sure that there's many other bloggers and stuff out there, doTERRA using mamas and bloggers that have, if you Googled it, would have tons of resources for you in terms of recipes. I put these images here, but they didn't turn out so great. But for the doTERRA Cleans Green Challenge, this was their DIY cleaning checklist. So basically, these are, the simple things that they're saying that you can use in your household to replace your toxic cleaners. And then here are some of the essential oils too that are often used when we talk about cleaning. You'll see a lot of citruses listed because citruses are very cleansing and purifying. They're antibacterial, they're antimicrobial, and so they're really awesome to use. So, when in doubt, always use your favorite citrus. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the share real quick and just want to see if anyone has any questions for me before we log off out of here. Okay, hi. Yes. Do you want me to unmute you? Okay, I unmuted you. Hi. Oh, you muted yourself back up. Do you want to type your question? Oh, Mom, it's the mop of the Swiffer. So not the dry Swiffer cloths, but like the mopping Swiffer cloths. And it's probably just like the same. I haven't looked closely at them, but I'm sure it's laden with like the antibacterial and some of the other chemicals that we talked about today. So one suggestion was no worries. Just go ahead and type your question in the chat if that's easier. One suggestion was for me to make a cleanser and use the dry Swiffer pads instead of the ones that come already wet. I'm sure it's just like using a Clorox wipe on my floor. And, if our feet have our largest pores and that gets into our system quickly, I don't really want the kids, I should want to make a stronger choice for that. So it's the wet cloths, Mom, not the dry ones. No worries, Melina. Go ahead and just type your question in the chat box, just like you type that comment. Okay, thanks for cleaner conjure dew wipe, spray and leave. Oh, no. I just wipe, girl. So I just spray and it's so awesome because I literally can open my microwave and like, have you ever wondered when you spray, or like when I used to wipe down my microwave with like those Clorox wipes, like all of that staying in there, and then I clean my food. I heat up my food. Like that can't be good. Those chemical reactions that are going on in there. So I just spray and I wipe. Now, if something was really, really like greasy or gnarly, I would probably spray and leave it there for a little bit to soak in. But no, I just spray, wipe, as I go. And I just use, hey mom, I don't know if there's replacement for those moist flushable wipes. And I think you and I both legitimately know that my husband may probably never give those up in his lifetime. So I might have to choose a different battle, but I'm not sure what chemicals are in those moist flushable wipes, if there are any harmful cleaning chemicals. I would imagine they're similar to baby wipes, which let's hope to goodness gracious baby wipes are safe for us to use. Let me know, Melina, if that answered your question, though, about the all-purpose cleaner. Yes. Okay, girl, seriously. If you're cleaning baby toys, make a big bathtub with like a squirt of OnGuard cleaner concentrate. That's the best thing to use. You don't want to be wiping things down with like those Clorox wipes and then your baby putting those in their mouth. I swear my daughter was sick all the time because she sucked her 2 fingers, and she still does prior to me using oils. And, you know, ever since she was about 1, I made the switch, and she only gets like natural hand spray and stuff. And I'm really impressed with how little they get sick. So soak all of baby's toys in the OnGuard cleaner concentrate. Make yourself like a water, vinegar, OnGuard cleaner concentrate, or even just a few drops of lemon and OnGuard, and spray down toys and surfaces, anything that, I mean, they're going to put everything and anything into their mouth. And what's so great is you can use it, like you can use it to sanitize, you know, surfaces when you go out to eat, or if you go to parties, you know, the tables, but you can also do it, you know, their hands and so forth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that my kids love Correct X. Correct X is a great alternative to Neosporin. Not really anything to do with green cleaning, but for those of you that are mommies up here, my kids always like, it's always Correct X, so they know that's their go-to owie concoction. So all right, if we don't have any more questions, it's 4:33, so I don't want to keep you guys any longer, but thank you so much for joining me today, and I really appreciate you all being here. So have a wonderful rest of your Memorial Day, and for my teachers on here, which I know I got a couple, hang in there, just a few more days, and summer is upon us. Okay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. It really, you know, if you didn't show up, I really wouldn't have a reason to do this. So I really appreciate. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions for future topics, or you want more information, I have a whole nother PowerPoint on green cleaning that talks a little bit more about what each oil can do. But today I wanted to really focus on why we should make the changes and kind of how we're being, you know, misled a little bit. So I hope that you all found it valuable, and I'm really grateful that you tuned in. Have a great day. Bye.